Both Pfizer and AstraZeneca are winners when there are so many other candidate vaccines. There is more evidence that Pfizer vaccine offers longer-term protection. Currently, the thought in Australia is that people under the age of 60 should preferentially get Pfizer. In the UK, people under the age of 40 are advised to get the Pfizer. ATAGI comprises independent infectious diseases physicians, microbiologists, epidemiologists, public health nurses, GPs and consumer representatives. Its advice states there is a higher risk and observed severity of thrombosis, that is clotting, and thrombocytopenia, low platelet count syndrome, related to the use of AstraZeneca COVID-19 vaccine observed in Australia in the 50 to 59-year-old age group than reported internationally and initially estimated in Australia. A new study appearing in the journal Nature Trusted Source suggests that the Pfizer-BioNTech COVID-19 vaccine offers long-lasting protection. The study, led by Ali Elebedi, an immunologist at Washington University in St. Louis, MO, examined the body's immune response as it manifests in the so-called germinal centers. Germinal centers are the B-cell structures in the lymph nodes. The team found that the B-cell persists in germinal centers in the lymph nodes for almost 4 months after vaccination with the Pfizer. Usually, these decline after 4 to 6 weeks, an immunologist explained to the New York Times. B cells, or the memory cells produced by the immune system in your body, offers long-lasting protection with Pfizer compared to other vaccines. This is true according to a new study appearing in Nature. The study examined the body's immune response at its root level, the germinal centers, B-cell structures in the lymph nodes. In the accelerated article review heading SARS-CoV-2 mRNA vaccines induced persistent human germinal center responses was 95% effective in preventing coronavirus disease. The germinal center is a specialized microstructure in the lymphoid glands that forms in producing long-lived antibody-secreting plasma cells and memory B cells, producing a potent immune response against foreign antigens. And this present discussion is the severe acute respiratory syndrome coronavirus 2, that is SARS-CoV-2 messenger RNA-based vaccine. Germinal centers developed in the B cell follicles of secondary lymphoid tissue during T-cell dependent antibody responses. Does Pfizer vaccine protect against variants? Pfizer says COVID vaccine is highly effective against Delta variant. A study by researchers from the University of Texas together with Pfizer and BioNTech and published this month by Nature Journal found that antibodies elicited by the vaccine were still able to neutralize all tested variants, including Delta, albeit at reduced strength. First identified in India, Delta is becoming the globally dominant variant of the coronavirus, according to the World Health Organization.
The Delta variant is well on its way to becoming the dominant variant globally because of its significantly increased transmissibility.
The data we have today, accumulating from research we are conducting at the lab and including data from those places where the Indian variant Delta has replaced the British variant as the common variant, point to our vaccine being very effective, around 90% in preventing the coronavirus disease COVID-19. Alon Rappaport, Pfizer medical director in Israel, told local broadcaster Army Radio. What about AstraZeneca vaccine? Delta variant of concern, first identified in India, is associated with a higher risk of hospitalization among the unvaccinated. A recent analysis from Public Health England, that's PHE, looks at how likely people who had an infection with the Delta variant were to need treatment in the hospital. COVID-19 vaccines made by Pfizer and AstraZeneca offer high protection of more than 90% against hospitalization from the Delta coronavirus variant, a new analysis by the Public Health England has revealed. Pfizer BioNTech COVID-19 vaccine was 96% effective against hospitalization from the Delta variant after 2 doses, while Oxford AstraZeneca offered 92% protection against hospitalization by Delta. The report puts the protection from requiring hospital treatment for COVID-19 at 71% after 1 dose and at 92% after 2 doses of the Oxford AstraZeneca vaccine. The Pfizer vaccine was 94% effective at preventing hospitalization after the first dose and 96% after the 2 doses. Analysis reveals that although the Delta variant reduces the effectiveness of vaccine against symptomatic infection, 2 doses of Pfizer and AstraZeneca vaccine still protect against severe infection. Now let's discuss the benefits of mixing different brands. Oxford Vaccine Group's COVID vaccine trial has examined the benefits of mixing different brands of COVID-19 vaccines between the first and the second dose. The results revealed that all combinations worked well, triggering an immune response. Namely, the trial examined the efficacy of 2 doses of Pfizer BioNTech, 2 doses of AstraZeneca, and one of them followed by the other in 850 people aged 50 years and older. The results revealed that all combinations worked well, triggering an immune response. Now let's talk about Moderna vaccine. In a study not yet peer-reviewed, scientists from Moderna found that antibodies from vaccinated clinical trial volunteers could effectively neutralize a model virus that carries the SARS-CoV-2 spike proteins with the Delta variant mutations. The team investigated how well serum from 8 trial volunteers could neutralize the model virus or pseudovirus. They made a number of these pseudoviruses to represent the Delta variant and other variants of concern, including Alpha variant, first identified in the United Kingdom, and the Beta variants first identified in South Africa. FDA will add warning to Moderna Pfizer vaccine fact sheets about extremely rare side effects. The Food and Drug Administration, that's the FDA, plans to add a warning to Pfizer's and Moderna COVID-19 vaccine fact sheets about the rare risk of developing heart inflammation after receiving the injection. The news comes after the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, that CDC, safety panel has reviewed the evidence that and concluded there is a likely association between cases of myocarditis and pericarditis and receiving the Moderna and Pfizer shots in people aged 30 years and younger. Hope this video talk was useful. You can always contact me online for any advice on health issues. I'm committed and dedicated to render that service to our community worldwide. Thank you, stay safe, and goodbye for now.